Hi, I'm Paul Gowland. Our company is Cobra North East Limited. We do pest control, extreme cleaning, waste management throughout the North East, including Sunderland, Newcastle, Durham, Teesside.
And how long have you been on board with Leads Every Day?
We've started different campaigns as we've gone along, but I would say about 5 months from when we initially started.
How did you first hear about Leads Every Day?
We got a call from Keith at Leadseveryday who explained the company, the situation, what they did, and give me some interesting information with which to make decisions.
What was it about the initial conversation that you had with Keith that made you want to come on board?
I think Keith was different to most of the normal cold calls we get in that he seemed very honest and very straightforward with regards to answering the questions that I asked, and he was prepared to give me the information I wanted.
How were you generating your business before you joined Leads Every Day?
Much the same as everybody else. We'd run our own Google ad campaigns. We've got flyers, we've got Facebook, we've got social media presence, but not enough in the competitive environment that we are. So we just decided to give it a go.
How would you say that compares now to being with Leads Every Day?
I think it's good. I think we've definitely seen an upturn in calls. You've still got to win the call when you get them, but generally, I would say it's been a very positive move.
From what you know about the service, in your own words, can you sort of explain how it works?
The witchcraft is a bit of a mystery. I don't know how it works, but I do know that there's campaigns going on in the background. Calls and leads get directed to our existing website as well. So a lot of hocus pocus, which I don't understand. I don't particularly care. As long as the phone rings, that's all that matters to me. I don't want to be an expert in digital marketing, but as long as my phone rings, I'll be happy with that.
Would you say it was an easy process getting started with Leads Every Day?
It was very easy. Once you'd explained a bit about what we do and how we do it, then yeah, the contact that we had at Leads Every Day was pretty straightforward.
What were your thoughts when we first explained to you how much it cost?
My thoughts were it's pretty typical in terms of a leads generating type business, and it was pretty much in the ballpark of what I expected. I wouldn't say it was cheap, I wouldn't say it was mega expensive, but I don't think that's really the question. The question is, does it pay for itself? And the answer is yes, it does.
How much do you spend with us roughly a month?
We've got 4 or 5 campaigns plus another couple in the pipeline. I would say it's about £300 per campaign, depending on the area and the region that we cover.
And what would you say your return on that is like?
We probably generate at the moment, and bear in mind this is a growing campaign, I would say we get at least an 8-fold return on our investment.
How many jobs would you say you do on average a week off the back of the service?
It varies depending on which area we're in, because there's different competitive areas that we're in. But I would suggest per campaign, we're probably getting at least 10 calls per week.
How would you say, in the short period of time you've been with us, has this increase in revenue changed your business?
It's give us a position in the digital market that we potentially didn't have. As a smallish firm, we don't really have the resource to sit for 8 and 10 hours a day planning campaigns and watching campaigns and doing analytics and all that type of stuff.
What would you say your goals are over the next 2 years?
If the analysis of the numbers and the phone calls and the revenues continues to be on an upward trajectory, then we will expand into other regions. I think Leads Every Day is one of the more successful things we've done. That was the other good thing about Leads Every Day. They didn't want us to tie us into any long-term commitment. There was no long-term contract, and we can turn it off whenever we want. And that's both on a positive and negative way. If we've got too much work, then we can turn it off and just say, hold everything for now. And that flexibility, that in and out flexibility, is better than what other people do.
Would you recommend Leads Every Day to other business owners?
Yes, I would recommend it. I think you've got to do your own due diligence. I think you've got to ask the questions that are pertinent to your business and your area. I think you have to be quite bullish with regards to what you expect from them.
If they were sceptical about joining, what advice would you give them?
Try it out. If it works, carry on. If it doesn't, put it on the back burner until you're ready. Leads every day might get you more calls or more texts or more emails. You have to be ready with a polished act for when that happens. Because if you don't, you waste any money. There's nobody going to tell you how to answer the phone. There's nobody going to tell you how to convert that call. If you are expecting people just to say, yes, can you do this, just by making a phone call, then it's already part of the process. I think it's getting the phone to ring is really, really important. Answering the call is more important.
What do you think of our customer service and your account manager?
So far, so good. He's been on the phone when we need him. He's been on the phone when we don't need him.